reason that you struggle as a busy mom with time management is because you're going about it the wrong way. You haven't figured out all of the things that are in your way that are stopping you from managing the time the way that you need to. In today's video, that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm Tina B. I'm a coach, a special needs mom, and I'm diagnosed with ADHD. So I know what it's like to be a busy mom. I know the challenges, and you know what? I've got a few solutions for you. So let's jump into the video. So on my Instagram, I pulled my audience and said, what things do you want me to start coaching on? First answer I got was time management. And I was like, yep, that is a great one. It's something that we all struggle with. Am I right? Even today, I was gonna go change, do my hair, curl, get all cute for this video. And I was like, no, I just need to sit down and do the dang video. They don't care that I just got back from CrossFit and I'm still smelly. You can't smell me. Sometimes it's just like, we just gotta start doing it. Time management isn't always about how much more can we fit in. The thing is that sometimes time management is actually about what do you need to take out? What things do you need to stop doing in order to manage the given time better? The way I like to look at it, it's like a backpack. Just keep sticking more stuff in it and more stuff in it, and it is like bursting at the seams. And you're walking around with this heavy backpack, overflowing, and all you're thinking is, how in the world can I get more things into my backpack? I have to do this and this and this and this and this, and I just need more room in this backpack. Because the backpack is only able to fit so much. It's that you've got to start taking things out and reprioritizing what needs to and what should be in that backpack. That's a hard part. It's not easy because guess what? Certain things are going to have to go, right? I mean, you know some of those things right now. Maybe it's social media, maybe Netflix, binging, right? It's like we want to have more time, yet we're not willing to let go of the things that are consuming our time. That's where we got to start. We have got to have that tough conversation, mom. You got to have that tough conversation with yourself. What things do I need to take out of my life in order to have more time to do the things I need to? Now, don't get me wrong. We all need some downtime. We all need some moments to ourselves, some time to ourselves. But let's be real about how much time we're spending on things we probably shouldn't be spending them on. A Netflix binge. You could have read a book in that amount of time. Like, you say you want to work out, you want to get in shape. It's been years since you've felt the way that you should, your body should, but you just don't have any time, right? You don't have time for it. But what are you willing to reprioritize in your life in order to get some more time? Because if I'm going to be real with you, you can get a pretty great workout in a half an hour a day. Do you have a half an hour a day? Would you be willing to reprioritize and let go of a few things in order to have an extra half an hour a day to work out? All right, now that we've had that hard conversation and you're already starting to think, what things can I take out? I can't continue to stuff more into this backpack. Now we're going to start to get into a little more of the meat and potatoes of this. Now, I would say there are several things that get in the way of our time management as busy moms. We got a lot on our plates, moms. Being a mom with ADHD, being a special needs mom, heck, being a soccer mom, it's a lot of work. There is a lot of pressure on us, and we are pulled 1,000 different ways. Now, I am a mom diagnosed with ADHD. I was diagnosed last October, and honestly, it was one of the most freeing and also the hardest days of my life to realize that I am not capable of getting all the things done that me as a mom should get done without lots of additional help. Help from, doctors, therapists, different strategies, supplements, those kind of things. It was really challenging to realize, oh, I really can't do this on my own. But it was also so freeing to finally be like, oh, that's why. That's what it is. It's not just me. I'm not just a failure. I'm not just unworthy. There's literally cognitive, biological things working against me in order to just manage time. So as I started to realize, all right, I need a better time management strategy because On my own, I'm gonna fail. As I began to realize it was part biological, my struggles with time, and also just a lot of heaviness over me when it came to time management. You probably feel the same way. I know for me, I feel a lot of shame, guilt, and fear when it comes to time management. And let me explain a little bit more. So the reason that I feel shame is because when I'm always late, when I feel like I cannot get my kids to school on time, I feel pretty ashamed. I remember sitting in the pickup line. Nope, it was the drop-off line. I remember sitting in the drop-off lane one morning after I got my kids to school, late again, and I was literally tearing myself down and so mad at myself. Like, Tina, when are you ever going to get it together? Seriously, you can't even get your kids to school on time? Look at everybody else. All the other parents can do it. Why can't you? And that shame, it paralyzes me. It paralyzes me because I'm just like, yep, that's right. I can't do it. I'm a failure. I can't do it. And then, the guilt comes in. I'm like, oh gosh, well, so-and-so can do it. They must be a better parent than I am. Like, who even said I could be a mom? And, add on top of it, I have a daughter, Noel. She's diagnosed with muscular dystrophy and she lives on a ventilator. She has a wheelchair. She has a lot of things and she can't do anything on her own. And when she doesn't have a nurse, I'm her primary caregiver and I have to do all of those things. And I struggle getting my 6 and 9-year-old out the door who are able-bodied, who usually can dress themselves, who can get their own breakfast, those kind of things. And so I'm like, I feel guilty. I'm like, I can't even do it with them, let alone the added extra with Noel. And I'm just like, man, why? Why can't I do this? Why can't I be as good as everybody else? And all of those feelings lead me to the fear of failure. I don't even want to do it again because it's like, nope, I'm going to fail again. I know it. That's what I do. It's what I do in life. I just fail. I don't know if you've ever felt that way where you're paralyzed by even trying again because you're just so worried that you're going to prove it to not only yourself, but to everybody else that you really don't have what it takes. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about time management. I wanted to give you some ideas and some thoughts. Not only that, if this is something you want to dive into even farther, if you go to the link in the bio, I have a course that I created. I'm giving it away for free right now, so you can go and you can sign up for it. And it's all about time management. It's a deeper dive. It's going to be a little bit more intense for you, so there's going to be some more accountability. But if you think that's something that you would need to actually help you, then definitely go sign up in the link, check it out. All right, so when we think about our shame, our guilt, and our fear about it, there's a lot more obviously we need to work through in that, more than we can just in this YouTube video, but I just wanted to show you where it might be coming from, where those problems that you're having might be coming from. That's why when you got that new planner, the really cute one from Target, why you didn't change everything, or why when you put this system in that you found on Pinterest, it didn't fix your problems. And it's because it's a little bit bigger than just a time management issue. There's some deeper rooted issues that you really need to work through in order to actually get on top of this. I think time management comes down to 3 simple, well, maybe not simple, we'll call them basic. 3 basic things: estimation, planning, scheduling. Now, I don't know about you, but if you've ever just jumped in and like, I'm going to do a schedule, everything's going to work, my life is going to fall into place, and then you get, 2 hours into it and it's a disaster. No? Am I the only one? Yes. So I think the reason for that is that we just can't start with a schedule. We actually have to start with estimation. We need to figure out how much time do things actually take me. As I said, I have a daughter with special needs and I have to shower her. And in my head, a shower takes about 15 minutes. But the thing is, I forget that even if the shower took 15 minutes, which it doesn't, there is prep time, the time to do it, and then cleanup time. And in my ADHD brain, I don't even think that there's planning or cleanup. I barely even schedule enough time for the activity, let alone the beginning and the end. And so I need to start looking at estimations, real estimations. And you know how I did this? Timer on my phone. I was like, okay, I think this task takes this much time, and I would set the timer, and instead of it going down, I would set it up. So, like a stopwatch, set it going up to see how long it actually takes. So that 15-minute shower that I had in my brain, when I timed it, it actually was an hour and 15 minutes. If you're the mom thinking, man, why can't I do it? I can't get everything done. Well, as you can see, when I thought 15 minutes, reality an hour and 15, it's impossible. There's no way. I scheduled only 15 minutes. That's why I'm behind. That's why I can't do it. I didn't estimate it enough at all. And then on the other side of things, sometimes I overestimate the amount of time something's going to take. I mean, like putting dishes away. In my brain, putting dishes, okay, dishes are just, I hate dishes. But in my brain, dishes are literally going to take me forever. And let me tell you something. I had to run down the stairs and grab the fly swatter. And while I was down there, I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to warm up this burrito. And I was like, hey, it takes about 2 minutes in the microwave. I wonder how fast I could unload the dishwasher in 2 minutes. Now, I love a challenge because I'm an athlete. And so I love that. But honestly, before this, I've been like, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time to unload the dishwasher. That's going to take the whole morning. And the reality was, guess how much of the dishwasher I unloaded in 2 minutes? Basically the whole entire thing. Yeah, not the silverware, because let's be real about the silverware. The silverware, I had to do the 30 seconds because my burrito wasn't all the way done. Threw it back in there, 30 seconds more. And I got the silverware unloaded. Now, any other day, and maybe a day I wasn't filming a video about time management, I would have been like, oh no, I'm just going to scroll on my phone while I wait for this to warm up. Ugh. And yet today, with some intention, it took me 2 minutes and 30 seconds to unload the dishwasher for a family of 7. Well, technically 6. I guess Noel doesn't eat food, but that's okay. So on the other side of it, we could be either estimating too little or estimating too much. So then once we have our estimations, when we're planning, we have got to plan for, like I said, that setup, the doing, and the cleanup. We have to plan for that whole entire time and not just the little amount of time to actually do the thing. And that is definitely going to change things. That's going to be a whole lot bigger than probably what we've been thinking, right? And then I think that's when you can start scheduling, when you have an appropriate estimation, an appropriate plan, then you can schedule for reality. Instead of scheduling what you think it's going to be, you can actually schedule time blocks that are actually going to be realistic. Okay, so there's so many strategies, far too many to include in this video. If you want more tactical solutions, go down and sign up for the course, because I give you tons of tactical, feet on the ground kind of solutions for time management. One though I did want to share with you, one app that has changed my life, and this is not sponsored, is an app called Brilly. And what I love about Brilly, it's actually, I think it was originally designed for like kids. Hello, I'm a child at heart. But you put in there your morning routine, and you estimate the correct amount of time. You plan to make sure, because like for me, eating breakfast, it takes 5 minutes. Well, it takes 5 minutes once it's ready. I have to plan on how long it takes to get it ready, then to eat it and to clean it up. So once you have those appropriate time blocks, you put all of that into this app, and if you need to leave the house by 7:15, it starts to incrementally backtrack what time you need to wake up at. And that's something my ADHD brain, like literally my mind almost wants to explode when I have to plan backwards time. Like, I'm a coach, I coach high school basketball, and sometimes we have to leave school and maybe the boys team isn't going with us. And so I get asked, what time do you want to leave? What time do you want the kids dismissed? And I'm like, I have no idea. Oh my gosh, that's so many things you have to think about. How long does it take them to get out of class, to go and change in their uniforms if they're going to change first? How much time do we need to warm up? How about travel time? What about if anything happens and all this? And literally my brain is like, I don't know. So this Brilly app, it is amazing. So it tracks back. And, you know, I may think like, oh, if I have to leave at 7:15, I need to wake up at like 6:45. No, in reality, I have to wake up at like 5 o'clock if I want to get all the things done that I plan to try to do in that morning. So in the app, when you start working on something, say brush your teeth takes you 5 minutes, it starts counting down just that activity. So it gives you that 5 minutes to brush your teeth. When that 5 minutes is over, it gives you a little chime so you know time to move on. So then you can swipe over and go to the next task. Maybe the next task you're not ready to do yet. Maybe it's get dressed, but actually you need to go get something to eat first because you're really hungry. Well, then you can swipe the opposite way and it'll hold that for you, and then you can get back to it later. You can do the task at hand. Literally was life-changing for me. As a 38-year-old lady, it was life-changing. So also, it's a great app for your family. If your kiddos struggle with time management, if you have kiddos with ADHD, this would be a great app to use to have some concrete idea of time. I know for me, I struggle with gray area. When there's not a concrete time to do something, my brain is like in the clouds and I'm just like, woo! And I think that's probably true of many kids. So I would have to say that that app has changed my life. I just love the idea and the concept of it. So you can go get it in the App Store. Like I said, not sponsored, just love it. Life-changing app. All right, so if you stayed with me this long, I appreciate it. And I hope that you can go and put some of these tactics into place. If you need a little bit deeper dive into this, a little bit more support on this topic, please go and sign up for the course. I would love to offer you some more help in this area, some more opportunity to get even better at this. Now, if you love this kind of content, please subscribe and like and follow along with me. I would love to continue to help you. I plan to do many more videos like this of just coaching moms, busy moms, special needs moms, moms with ADHD, on how to become the best version of yourself so that your kids get the best version of you.